What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball.
Do you remember when Diana Taurasi confidently threw shade, wondering if Caitlin Clark would ever make a real splash in the WNBA? Well, those words didn't just age badly. They crumbled into dust. Reality came knocking hard, and its name was Caitlin Clark. From the instant she set foot on a WNBA floor, Clark didn't just silence her skeptics. She redefined what greatness looks like. Rookie of the Year? That was merely her opening act. She became the first rookie in league history to land on the All-WNBA first team, while demolishing an insane 62 records on the way. And her second season? It was gearing up to be even more historic until injuries got in the way. Still, who could forget those 3 deep logo threes she buried in under 30 seconds against the New York Liberty? Now, even the league's former MVPs can't keep pretending she's not the real deal. In this video, we're exposing how 10 past MVPs finally stepped up to admit her greatness. And just wait for the twist. There's an unexpected 11th and 12th name on that list. And trust me, you'll be stunned when you find out who they are and what they said.
A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor,
Let's talk cold. Hard numbers. Because nothing spills the truth louder than stats. Caitlin Clark didn't just touch history. She grabbed it, rewrote it, and dropped the mic. Most assists in a single season? Handled. Most assists in a single game? Of course hers. 3-point shooting marks? Completely destroyed. The most all-star votes in league history? Naturally all hers. And here's the wild part. She's only warming up. Just imagine what chaos a fully healthy Caitlin Clark could unleash over an entire season.
She just absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine as well, playing her basketball and watching her play.
So what suddenly made these MVPs start talking now? And why are some of them scrambling to walk back their old takes? Let's dive in. First up, Breanna Stewart, 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time league MVP, and a walking highlight reel of dominance. Stewart didn't wait for public opinion to shift. She handed Caitlin Clark her flowers early, recognizing her impact barely a month into the season. As someone who's worn the league's crown herself, Stewart knows what it takes to stand out at the top. And she was one of the first to admit Clark wasn't just matching the hype, she was blowing it out of the water.
Caitlin is a great player, and I think the way that she's kind of came into this league, she's continuing to hold her own and show everyone what she can do.
Breanna Stewart didn't hold back when talking about how Caitlin Clark was flipping the entire WNBA on its head. Not just elevating the Indiana Fever, but shifting the league's entire pulse. Clark wasn't here to meet expectations. She was here to destroy them. Her jaw-dropping stats, magnetic bond with fans, and effortless command of the spotlight without ego proved she wasn't just another rising star. She was already elite. And for Stewart, this wasn't some polite compliment. It was a seasoned champion admitting that something rare, electric, and history-making was happening right before her eyes.
Numbers, the viewership, the attendance, the way that she plays the game, she's ultra-competitive, her ability to really stretch the floor and find her.
When someone like Breanna Stewart talks, people listen, and for good reason. This wasn't some offhand bit of flattery. This was a multi-time champion publicly acknowledging a shift in the sport itself. Caitlin Clark's first 2 seasons didn't just make noise. They rewired the entire league's conversation. Clark didn't simply show up. She raised the bar, lifted her team, and made everyone around her play like the lights were never going off.
She has these games where it's like you have to guard her wherever she...
Next up, Candace Parker, 2-time WNBA MVP, multi-time champion, and one of the most respected analysts on TNT. Parker didn't hold back when it came to Caitlin Clark. She went all out, spotlighting the fire, flash, and pure magnetism Clark has unleashed on the league. A level of star power so bold that even the game's legends can't look away.
It takes time for people to want to be a part of it and to see it. I think it does take star power, and we're seeing how the value of that in the Caitlin Clarks and
48 using her national TV platform. Candace Parker dissected exactly how Caitlin Clark has flipped the entire energy of the sport, reigniting women's basketball and sending shockwaves through the basketball world as a whole.
That's what she's done for the game, in general. I don't say women's basketball, I say the game of basketball, period. You want to see a show, and I think that that's the biggest thing. You always talk about Steph being a showman. I mean, this is a showman right here.
Yes.
You're able to have sellout crowds to come and see you play. You have student sections that hate you, that want you to lose. That's what sports is, and that's what competition is, and Caitlin's brought all of that and some.
She broke down Clark's icy composure, razor-sharp court vision, and deadly shooting range, reminding everyone that defenders basically have to guard her the moment she walks into the arena. And when a legend like Candace Parker says that, it's not hype, it's pure, earned respect.
Talk about players that change the game when they're on the court, whether they're touching the ball or not. You have to guard her when she steps into the gym. And so I don't think we've seen anything like that in women's basketball. I've played against a number of great shooters.
Yes.
Somebody that when they walk in the gym, you have to guard them. And I think the way the game is played has allowed her to showcase that skill, to be able to take that shot being a good shot. It speaks to where basketball is right now.
Then comes Tina Charles, the 2012 MVP and the second all-time leading scorer in WNBA history. A battle-tested veteran, multiple-time All-Star, and member of the league's top 25 anniversary team, Charles has seen every version of greatness there is, and she instantly recognized it in Caitlin Clark.
I mean, the energy that we're getting, the reception, the eyes that we're getting on us, it's amazing. And it's just because of that new generation that's coming in.
And when Tina Charles speaks on the Caitlin Clark effect, the entire league pays attention. She's called it an absolute privilege to witness, and even compete against, a player like Clark, a once-in-a-generation talent rewriting the limits of what female athletes can do. And coming from someone who's lived through every era of the WNBA's evolution, that kind of praise hits like a stamp of undeniable validation.
So we know who Caitlin Clark is and what she's been able, her impact in this league and especially this year. So however we can get it, I'll take it for me personally. So just thankful that I'm able to be a part of it and still be here to see.
Here's where the story hits straight in the feels. Caitlin Clark's childhood idol was none other than Maya Moore, the 2014 WNBA MVP and one of the most iconic players the league has ever produced. Back when Clark was just a kid with a basketball and a dream, Moore was the hero on her bedroom wall. Years later, that dream came full circle. The two met when Clark was still young, and that connection never faded. Before Caitlin's final regular season game at Iowa, Moore showed up in person to surprise her, and the look on both their faces said it all. Pure admiration, mutual respect. For Clark, it wasn't just about meeting her hero. It was about being seen and acknowledged by the very legend who inspired her.
I still feel like I was this tall and freaking out, and I ran across the court, gave you a hug. I know. Now I'm like taller than.
Maya Moore's gesture said everything without a single word. She saw in Caitlin Clark what fans and former players around the world now recognize: a once-in-a-generation force rewriting how people see women's basketball. And in a poetic full-circle moment, Clark has admitted that Moore's influence is the reason she always makes time for her fans, especially the young ones. For her, it's about paying it forward, just like her hero once did.
All I ever wanted to do was meet her. I didn't have a phone. My dad didn't have his phone, so I just ran over. I was like, "Can you sign my shirt?" Signed my shirt, gave her a hug, ran away. It's like the most vivid memory I have of like women's basketball growing up, and like honestly, like I still tell everybody that story because it meant so much to me.
Nneka Ogwumike, the 2016 MVP and a perennial All-Star, added her voice to the growing chorus of players praising Caitlin Clark. After the All-Star game, Nneka was caught on camera showing genuine admiration, saying plainly, "You can't deny her impact." Coming from one of the league's most respected veterans and union leaders, that wasn't just a compliment.